Good evening, Blue Nation. Hello and welcome back to the Andy's Man Club Mersey Blue podcast. So, as we all know, we had the Merseyside derby yesterday, and to say we were screwed out of it is an underestimation. But hey ho, we are going to get into it tonight. We've got a full lineup. So, with us, we've got Carl. How are you, lad?
Yeah, so mate. Fucking shite again yesterday. Team performance was brilliant. Refereeing decision disgusting it yet again. Fucking top six corrupt as fuck. As we keep saying on this channel and other channels have said it. It's just ridiculous. Now it's getting to the point where he won't give us nothing just to try and keep us down.
And with us also from Michigan is our mate Marco. How are you, my lad?
Yeah, hey fellas. Nice to be back finally. I'm alive. Really not happy today considering the result. Certainly not upset with the team. I'd have to agree with Carl. We got screwed, but I'm ready to talk about it.
Okay, let's do it. Before we jump in quickly, guys, a quick little shout out there to our mate Chris Darracott over at We Are Everton on YouTube. We Are Everton. Go over and tell him that his mates from the MBP sent you. So, what a day for a derby. The first one at our Dixie, and a fantastic coach welcome for the team. 4-2, 3-1. Pickford between the sticks. O'Brien, Tarkowski, Brandwaite, Mikolenko. In front of them, Jimmy Garner and Garner Guy. And then in the middle, we had KDH, flanked on one side by Dwight McNeil and on the other by Ilian Njai, all backing up our mate Beto. So just before the game, there was like an amazing atmosphere in the Dixie. The 1878s deserve a massive shout out for that. That great big banner and everything.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
They really are a fantastic group of guys. So anyway, the game kicks off, and I thought we started really, really well. And to be fair, we could have been 2-0 up in the first half hour, only for one good save. I think it was Beto got a header, a glancing header, and the keeper got down and saved that. And also a little bit of woeful shooting from Beto as well. Didn't really have his shooting boots on properly. And then we had the ball in the back of the net, courtesy of Ilian Njai. So Jordan Pickford played a lovely long ball from the back. As the ball comes down, we see O'Brien clearly running back to get onside. The ball arrives, I think it was to Mikolenko. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. He puts a cross in. There's Illy to poke it home. And wouldn't you know it, VAR, rule it offside. An absolute fucking joke of a decision. I'm sure the boys will come back on that one in a wee while. But this VAR shite, it's just getting worse. It really is. And then before that, we were denied a penalty. Keenan Dewsbury Hall went into the area. I think it was Curtis Jones. The shite on TV and the VAR and whatever, they were all basically saying it was shoulder to shoulder. He fucking shoved him off the ball and over. For me, it's a fucking penalty all day long. Put it this way, if we'd been in a fucking shit field and it would have been Salah who went over, you fucking know that was going to get given against the cop. But anyway, joke of a fucking decision. And then wouldn't you know it, the fucking shite go down the other end and score. Ball played in, I think it was Verts. That little shithouse Salah poked it home past Geordie. 1-0 against the run of play. For that first half hour, we were fucking all over them. And then I thought our heads dropped a little bit for the rest of the half, to be honest, between fucking failed penalties, goals that should never have been ruled offside, and then cocksuckers going down the other end and fucking grabbing an undeserved goal. So Everton 0, the shite 1 at half time. Marco, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with your assessment of the way the team responded. It was like we couldn't buy a call, and it was obvious. I wasn't there. I was watching it on TV, and there was multiple replays from multiple angles. He 100% ran him down, shoved him from behind inside the box when he had possession, robbed them of a scoring chance. That was a pen and a card. So, yeah, I'm a little bit speechless. That type of piss-poor officiating, and then the elbow offsides. All this stuff goes in a theme, and I've got some data here from my referee friend who actually referees the under-21s there in England. He's also an Evertonian cousin Nick. But Chris Kavanagh is not an outlier in terms of raw error volume, but Everton's outcomes under his officiating are meaningfully worse than their baseline and crucially worse than expected given fixture difficulty. So what's that boils down to is 6 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses, a win rate of 31.6%, which is not that extreme on its own. But when you look at Everton's league-wide win rate since 2017, that fluctuates between 36 and 42, that means it's below that every time Kavanagh plays, and that's consistent. It's not that bad under Michael Oliver, Anthony Taylor, and I've got a bunch of data here backing this up. I mean, it's completely correct. I don't know how this guy keeps getting picked. And I want to say this much too. You know what? I'll save this other thought for the second half. I'll save my next thought for the second half.
Okay, mate. Thank you for that. Carl, your thoughts, mate?
Yeah, I thought we played really, really well. I just think for the first 30 minutes, we were by far the better team, created chances. Beto, if he had his shooting boots on early, I know we're going to talk about second half and whatnot, but if he had his shooting boots on early, we could have been 1-2 goals up. And then we get the chance, early in the Jai. I mean, there was no way. Yeah, he might have been offside, but he wasn't interfering with any sort of play for O'Brien. So why the fuck he gave it as offside? Like I say, Miko crosses it in, and Jai bangs it in the net. Should have been 1-0. VAR looks at it. Someone's in someone's ear. Someone's brown enveloping under the table or something.
Yeah.
Other than that, I thought we were by far the better team for 30 minutes, as I say. We should have had a penalty. Curtis Jones clearly bundled KDH off the ball in the penalty box. They go ahead and score the goal, turn it around. It's like the last 10 minutes of the first half. But Salah to get the goal is like, personally, he's had a shit season. It's his last season for Liverpool, and he goes and scores again in the fucking derby. So I wasn't happy with that. But overall, general terms, Everton played really, really well.
I don't think it come down to luck. I mean, I honestly think we got screwed. They analyze every aspect of this sport from every angle and every metric you could possibly have. How they've not determined that it's fishy smelling every time he referees our games, and we have like no wins under him, and it's mathematically, analytically below our averages across good seasons and bad. I mean, there's got to be a case to bring in officials from someplace else. There's got to be more than 3 officials in the league. We know that there are because there's more than that many games on any given day. And why do we keep ending up with this twat? I would settle for bad referees if they were just consistent in both directions. What I wanted to wait till later, but I just can't. The arbitrary system of a referee just deciding how many minutes to tack on the end, I know that's a tradition. I know that's the way it's always been, and nobody wants to change anything, especially when an American says so, but I'm telling you guys, that shit is whack. Because, again, it corrupts. It just means that you can adjust the time to try to better suit the outcome that you want. That it's not calculated in any kind of way other than, I don't know. I don't see how you can run around on the pitch keeping track of everything and keeping track of, stoppage, the time that the play is stopped and whatnot. But it always comes out to an arbitrary number. No one can tell me that it isn't. I understand Branthwaite got hurt, and that took up a lot of time. But fucking man, 11 minutes, and of course they score in the last of those minutes. Bullshit.
Yeah. What pisses me off really is, to be fair, and we're all at it, we're all fuming. I'm sure every fucking blue who was there yesterday and around the world is as well, because we have been screwed proper. But it was a decent game of football as well, and you got one cocksucker who can't do his job, who's bent as fuck, and the whole world's talking about him. I fucking knew, and I saw Kavanagh's name on the fucking sheet for refereeing the game. It was going to be about him. He is an absolute fucking wank stain. Okay, on that note, guys, let's go over to our amazing sponsors, Andy's Man Club. Life is hard, and we all have bad days. There are times when we feel we can't cope. This is the time we need to reach out and talk to someone. Andy's Man Club offers local support groups nationwide, running every Monday from 7pm except on bank holidays. In these groups, men can open up about the issues affecting their lives in a safe, non-judgmental environment. Our clubs are designed to be free of pressure. There is no obligation for men to speak, they can simply listen if they wish. Find us today at www.andysmanclub.co.uk. Help one guy, save one life. Andy's Man Club, it's good to talk. That was our amazing sponsors, Andy's Man Club. Remember, lads, it's good to talk. Don't keep it in. Like the boys and myself tonight here, we're letting it all out. So, Everton started the second half pretty subdued, I thought. Probably still a hangover from like the shit show of like the last 15 minutes of the half previous. But that was short-lived, thankfully, as that man, Beto, grabbed a deserved equaliser 10 minutes later. Keenan Dewsbury Hall to chase the ball down, and he plays a lovely little low cross back across the box for Beto, and then big long legs, he just pokes the ball home at the far post. Well deserved if you look at like, you know, all the effort that we did put in throughout like that hour and stuff. And then we grew back into the game after the goal, and I thought that they offered nothing back. They seemed to kind of just back down, and they were like just shite. We had a couple more chances before James Tarkowski had to head off the line to keep the scores level. And then we make a couple of substitutions. We brought on Barry for Beto. Beto had been hurt in like a previous collision, so that was why I think he brought Barry on. I don't want to rip into the kid, but I think he offered nothing yesterday. And then he brought Tyreek George on for a tiring Dwight McNeil. McNeil played okay, he played well. It was nice to see young Tyreek George on, and a new set of legs, young player. I've got a good feeling about this kid. Then 5 minutes from time, and Jared Branthwaite was chasing down a ball, and he basically just went over, grabbed the hamstring. Kid went off on a stretcher. Not what we want to see. Carla told me off air, and Mark, that it's at least 5 weeks, so we've now lost Jared for like the rest of the season. So Godspeed, big man, and come back to us better than you left. He was replaced by Michael Keane. Again, a reliable player, no issues with that, but sorry to see Jared hurt. And then up goes that fucking sign indicating 11 added minutes to play. 11 added minutes. Jesus Christ, Alec Ferguson used to make a fucking career out of this. Like, this officiating again. I wouldn't, I'm just going to finish it off there. 90 plus 8, and the shite grab a late winner. They have the corner. Fucking Van Dijk fucking manages to get a header, puts it past Jordan Pickford, virtually the last play of the game, and we're not coming back. And you know what? We really didn't fucking deserve to lose that game. The team played well, and we went after that shite from the get-go for me. They were really, really up for it. We got undone by a late fucking smash and grab goal and some fucking comically appalling refereeing decisions. Full-time, Everton 1, shite 2. Carl, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I thought we came out the second half. We started okay. We got back in, got into it, and then when we scored the goal, when Beto scored the goal, I was up and off my feet, cheering. Couldn't believe it was Beto that scored. Great cross by KDH. Beto, as you say, long legs, put it in there, and we were on the ascendancy. We were playing really, really well. And then when their goalkeeper had to go off injured, and he put the third string goalie on, some Geordie kid that I think he'd only played once before. I just thought we were going to pepper them in, bang, 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 and we're going to go on and win this game, because they never looked like being in it in the second half. And I was just like, fucking shit, we're shit, and fucking they go ahead. I couldn't believe the 11 minutes of stoppage time. I don't know where they get this from. I think Mark said earlier in the interview that I think they just make it up as they go along. Some referees, especially Cavani, doesn't like us, and we've got issues with him. So he's fucking, we'll just stick enough time. I'll give Liverpool score, and then we'll blow the whistle. 90 plus minutes. Fucking after we made a few substitutions and whatnot, I say McNeil going off. Tyreek George coming on, who I think is a fine little young player. I think he needs a few more minutes, but McNeil's not playing too bad at the minute, so where's he going to get in? It's hard. I felt sorry for Barry, but he does look a fish out of water. And I think the situation he had a few weeks ago with the fans, that's really affecting him. So I feel sorry for him a little bit like that. But I was absolutely gutted. We had at least a point, if not three. Robbed the 3 points by the referee. And it is what it is. The Shite fucking win again. With one of these last minute winners that we can't say we haven't seen. When we played Liverpool, we fucking score consistent last minute fucking goals against us. So I was left at fuming. Other than that, gutted. We should have won. Move on now. Let's try and forget about it.
Yeah, fair. Mark, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I just want to go on record and say I don't have issue with the way any of the boys played. I thought all of them played really well. Barry not so much, but like I'm not trying to beat him up over the Arsenal thing. I just didn't think that he really shined. But everybody else had moments of brilliance, when the ball was on their foot or they had to make a defensive play. I do feel bad for them. I'll say this, though, in our tactics, it kind of felt like for the last 15 minutes we were playing for a draw. And I know we're all disappointed about the time that was added because Liverpool scored on the very last of those minutes. But I kind of want to be a team that wants all that extra time so that we can take and play for the win. You know what I mean? I would like to see us just mentally set ourselves that we're coming in prepared to beat Liverpool, not survive Liverpool. I saw a lot of fans when they added the time, like throw their hands up, like their whole goal in doing this was to escape with a draw in our very first derby in the new barn, right? But so I don't know. It sucks to lose on the last minute, but I also don't want to play for a draw. I didn't think Jordan Pickford played his greatest. I don't think he played bad. I mean, he got beat by a steamer by Mo Salah and then, a chaotic header. Typically he comes up with a game-saving save at some point, and I don't think that there was anything on target yesterday that gave him that chance. I think everything that was a good attempt by them got past it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think they offered an awful lot yesterday. They really didn't.
No. That's what I'm saying. They didn't offer a whole lot. The chances that they did get, they converted on. So I don't think his save percentage on big chances was all that great. I'm not banging on him because he's Jordan fucking Pickford, and we're so much better with him than without him. And who the fuck am I to critique him? I'm just saying, statistically, analytically, he didn't come up with one of those normal game-saving saves. That one high one, that was going over the bar anyway. But anyway, Chris Kavanagh has refereed 4 Liverpool games in 2026 already and had not given a single yellow card to Liverpool in any of those 4 games. With an important clarification, in the calendar year 2026, Chris Kavanagh refereed 4 Liverpool Premier League matches. Liverpool and Leeds, 0-0. Sunderland, 0, Liverpool 1. Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1. Everton versus Liverpool, April 19, 2026. In those 4 league matches, Liverpool received 0 yellow cards. So, again, of football knowledge, the hands-on part, I'm the least knowledgeable of the 3 of us. But you got to be pretty goddamn dumb, almost maybe even in on the scam, to not understand that is a fucking glaring trend, right? It is.
Yeah,
so,
those numbers don't lie, do they?
No. You don't have to be biased to see that. And sure as fuck we're biased, but not that badly, my man. It's backed up.
Because if we hadn't had our injuries that we've had Bransford go for the end, we might not have scored if he'd have stayed on the pitch. And
True.
You look at one of our best players that we've had all season has been out for half the season, Jack Grealish. If we have a fully fit team, we beat them today.
100%. And getting off of the derby and sort of looking at what we got coming down the pike. It sounds like both camps are in the mood to make a deal happen, and I hope they do because we are definitely missing Jack Grealish. I'd like to see us maybe give this Braden Graham a chance. I'm glad he's in our academy and hopefully soon coming our way. Just to say that, but I don't think we got an easy slate of possible points ahead. We play a couple of low teams. We got West Ham and who else?
We've got West Ham City. I think we've got Palace. We've got Tottenham at the end. And I'm sure there's someone else in there. I can't think of who it is. Sunderland.
Yeah, well, we get to play West Ham and Tottenham. I hope we put Tottenham down because they were. I remember when they were. The last time I was in Goodison, they were chanting, "You're going down. You're going down." The fucking cunts. I want to send them down. So, but my point. The reason I mention them is those two teams. They're going to be playing to make the cut. They're not going to be easy points. City's on a roll. I don't know that we take any points from that.
They're winning that league, so no.
Interesting times ahead, boys. 5 more to play. Still plenty of points to put up on the board and hopefully grab one of those European places. So all that's left to do then is thank you, boys, for your time. Cheers, Marco. Nice to see you back, bud.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad I could finally make it back. Up the fucking toffees.
And Carlos.
Yeah, bring on West Ham. When we're playing them, it's Saturday, Sunday. I'm not even sure when.
Yeah, good to see you back, buddy. Okay, so we're going to leave it there then. We'll be back after the West Ham game, guys. All that's got to be said is up them fucking toffees.